After a great day in Mykonos, we're back on the ship, sailing away as the sun sets in the western sky. A great way to end the day, and then off to eat dinner. What do you fancy, Rachel?
So for tonight, I've decided I'm going to go with the cauliflower soup and the Iberico pork chop, and dessert is probably going to be some sort of ice cream, but I haven't decided that yet.
Cauliflower soup, corn cocktail, and a beautiful view. When we wake up the next morning, we're already in the island of Rhodes, Greece, and excited to visit this historic island. Rachel elegantly dressed for breakfast as she floats down the corridors to the dining room. Poetry in motion, followed by her dad, whose gait and attire are anything but elegant. She's checking to see what's going on in New York.
I finally have proper reception.
As we enjoy the usual breakfast overlooking the island. Then a coffee. So coffee time, and at the coffee pot, after 10 o'clock it's half price. It was actually 10:14. When we disembark, we're immediately confronted by the historic city of Rhodes. In medieval times, it was the headquarters of the Knights Hospitaller and the Knights Templar. Rachel has decided on more suitable attire for the day. Maybe not elegant, but certainly practical.
Finishing what's left over from my lactose-free coffee.
I love history. Here it was all around, and immediately we were having fun. I should have hired one of those. Definitely should have had one of these, especially a red one. Now I'm getting one of those great feelings. I always wanted to come here. To stroll into the city alone is a memory. Would you like to see the ancient walls and the ancient gates, the Grand Master's palace, and be transported back a few hundred years? I'll show you. I'll let you get a glimpse of history with me, a look around a fascinating city as the Aegean Sea gently laps against the shore. The usual Mediterranean climate, hot, dry summer, hardly a cloud in the sky, and a pleasant dry heat. These walls were built by the Knights Hospitaller of St. John by enhancing the existing Byzantine walls when they arrived here in 1309. many ruins of that era still exist, giving Rhodes a historic flavour. Clearly now a tourist destination that is a particular favourite of cruise ships. So just enjoy with me the medieval ruins of yesteryear. We immediately encountered the greedy side of Rhodes as we sat and had a drink in a place called The Gate. Coffee for me and juice for Rachel. When I asked for the bill, it was 28 euros. 8 euros for the weak coffee and 20 euros for the juice.
Now that's one big drink. I'm still not sure what flavor it is though. There's a bug in my drink. No, I'm being serious.
When I later read the reviews, it appears they do it all the time. Avoid the gate like the plague.
From ancient times till now. A place I've always heard of and never had the chance to visit until today.
Back to the fun. Historically, Rhodes was famous for the Colossus of Rhodes, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Unfortunately, he's no longer standing. It was later destroyed by an earthquake. The medieval old town of the city of Rhodes has been declared a World Heritage Site. It's one of the most popular tourist destinations in Europe. Many shops, many places to see. The old and the new side by side. Climb up the steps for a better view. That certainly looks like it's seen some action. It's fun just to walk around. As it happens, Rachel needed a battery for a watch. This store restored our faith in the honesty of Rhodes people. They were friendly and helpful and not expensive. We then continued our walk and thoroughly enjoyed the experience. To have studied a little about the history tends to enhance the enjoyment. There's the ruins of the Temple of Aphrodite here. Its maritime law, for instance, was the earliest known to have been codified and was even adopted by Augustus for the Roman Empire. Parts of the law are still quoted today. Later, under the Roman Emperor Diocletian, the city was the capital of a Roman province. Later, it was controlled for over 400 years by the Ottoman Turks, and after that, the Italians and even the Germans in World War II. Probably the most famous of its residents are the orders of Crusader Knights, and a visit to the Grand Master's Palace is our next destination.